Learning to use this program so damn hard. Dropping pics is so damn dumb. Alright, let's see here. My name is Johan Swanson of the USS What the Fuck, and I will be your captain tonight. I got nothing else going on in my brain except that. Alright, let's see here. Alright. It's day number 3 of Mathcore Composition, day 2, Mathcore Monday. How's that for Mathcore? Let's see here. What do I got going on here? All right, so let's see here. Bush. All right, we're gonna be covering Machine Head today. The the grand wizardry of composition that is Bush and the whole grunge era as I can remember it. Hello, Bobahan? Bobahan? Hello, generic name Bobahan. Is that like Genghis Khan or like, I don't know. I'll figure it out unless you explain it to me. Boa, Beo, whatever. OBGYN? I don't know. All right, let's see here. Okay, so as a refresher, last week we took a theme. I wonder if I erased it all. We took this stupid thing here. Just I threw it together really quick at the beginning. Oh, by the way, all right. So I got to watch the video for the first time and actually recorded. So I got to watch it, and I noticed one of the largest conflicts that happened was that the guitar pro would when it would, I don't know if it was particularly because of it would chop up. I noticed it chopped up when it would go from like measure to measure. So if like it would play like fine in this measure, then when it moved to the next measure, it would go oh grandma roof, and then it was whatever. So I don't know if I'll fix that. I tried I have a direct line going to the internet versus the wireless. I don't know if that'll matter. Otherwise, I might just be held back by the powerlessness of my processor on my laptop for the time being. Sorry. Let's see here. All right, so yeah, last week we took this theme here, and do you play Guitar Hero? I don't play Guitar Hero. I've tried to play Guitar Hero. It's one of those it's a trip how the timing is slightly off. Like you have to like what is the term? Synchronize your rhythm to the actual game, which is odd. But no, I don't play Guitar Hero. I don't get much time to play video games, period, because I usually have to be playing guitar. I like to watch people play games, so anyways, all right, so we had this theory, or we had this theme that we just fucked with last week, or I fucked with before we started, and we came up with all these measures, and and some of them we played around with, some of them we just trashed, and these are the measures so far that I have pulled out of all the brainstorming we've been doing so far to just have that could be ingredients to a promising song. So I'll play them just for shits and giggles, so I get a review and so you guys get reviews as well. All right, so that's what we came up with so far, and they all seemed neat enough. I could see something coming out of those. All right, so then this week, I sat down like 10 or 15 minutes before we got together and just came up with some form of mathy bullshit, right? So what I did was I just started. I started this stupid, chunk of a melody or whatever, basically going from C to G to F sharp, which would be going up a fifth and then back a minor second. So we're doing like a neutral interval, then to like an evil interval right between those two. And then what I did was I just kept adding notes afterwards following that pattern. So after the minor second, right here I would go up a fifth, and then up here when we get to that fifth I go down a minor second, and then from that note from the minor second we go up a fifth, etc. So let's see here if this is what it sounds like so far. So I thought that kind of sounded cool as I actually heard it for the very first time right now. And I was thinking we could possibly play with that. Another idea I was thinking about is if we were to take, let's see here, we could write a riff maybe where this is what I was thinking about a little bit before, where we literally take we literally we we procedurally, how about we would take like different methodologies for playing the guitar, different techniques or whatever, like whether it's a slide or a trill, palm mute, power chord, individual notes, rests, bends, different voicings, anywhere from a minor second to like a very complex 13 flat 9 sharp 11 chord or some bullshit, but just like everything, not necessarily brainstorm everything I could think of, and then just try to piece a bunch of those together and see if we come up with something. And I think it being kind of like all disjointed and stuff might sound pretty cool if we're only if we're only using one of those ideas at a time and just trying to put them together. So I have this. We can play with this, but now that I just explained that idea, I thought it might be fun. But I think it might be fun to actually try to brainstorm those ideas together. So here, let me change screens to my actual desk. All right, let's see here. I'm supposed to try to do some Latin rhythm mathcore. I just saw that note now. I will get on that sooner than later. All right, let's see here. Why isn't my screen updating here? I wonder why that is. That's odd. Like, I've got the camera on. Here, hold on a second. Let's see here. I have, like, that's the screenshot. It's just not updating the actual shot. Let's see here if I go boom, and I go. Sorry about that, guys. I don't know why that's happening. It's on acid. Here, let's try this. I believe that is this one. Oh, there we go. Oops. Here we go. Technology. It's impressive. Okay, let's see here. That didn't work. I probably need to edit it again. Or maybe it's just taking a minute. I apologize for this patience required for this. I don't know why it's taking so long. Well, I probably could guess it's because this amazing gear that I'm using right now. Let's see here. That's the wrong camera, buddy. Alright. Fuck you. I guess you're not gonna work. Fuck. Whatever. Alright, we're gonna screw that. Alright, let's go back to so Go back to guitar screen. All right. Let's see here. All right, so please fucking work the way I want you to. Why are you being the dick? Huh, maybe. Whatever. It's working fine just a minute ago. Okay, so anyways, screw my issue here. So, all right, we'll go back to the Guitar Pro screen. All right, so I'm gonna brainstorm a bunch of different ideas as far as like different techniques you could use. So you got slides, you have tapping, power chords, trills, rests. I guess power chords, you could also say dyads. Palm muting, speed picking, different subdivisions. I really like it to work. What the fuck is going on? Alright, I'm gonna try this one more time because this is what an acid trip. Let's see here. I wonder why that is. when I turn it off, it comes back on. Let's see here. Okay. Thank you. There. Whatever. I'm assuming you guys cannot see anything but me and the you can only see me in the what is it called, the chat or whatever. Is that true? Can you guys only just see a black screen and me talking? Lid. Why don't you have written notes on a program or some tin? Lid. Wait, what? Correct. Alright, whatever. That's obnoxious. Alright. Okay, let's see here. Alright, Alright, so let's pull out the guitar and just start throwing random riffs together. Alright, so I'm going to take my own advice and just write 5 riffs, no matter how fucking stupid they are, just to get the ideas out, because that helps. Alright, so let's see if the guitar one works. Oh, isn't that adorable? But I didn't swap it around. And why is your screen is this frozen? I wonder if it's because of something I don't know. Oh, that's so lame. Hold on. Oh, there we go. Fuck you, dude. Wait, now it works, but then when I come back, whoa. Oh, whatever, dude. All right. Okay, so, I'm gonna just transcribe some shit here. All right. Let's see here. All right. We're gonna go from, let's see here, A flat down to F. Just so like when I come down, my finger can hit the little edge on the fucking end of the fretboard and it'll hurt like a son of a bitch, and that's hot. Alright, so we'll go 4 down to 1. Alright, so we'll go. Alright, then we do a tritone. And then we'll go, let's see here. I can't go back to that. E. Alright, so we'll go down here, tritone down, major 7th up to, let's do a large, nah. Alright, so I'm just gonna write stupid shit. Alright, so down, down. Alright, down, rest, O, we'll do 11. What are we doing here? 4, 1, 11, 14. It's funny, I'm not used to these strings yet, so I'm like transcribing it as if I remember what the strings are. All right, so we'll go. All right, so if I did that, and then I would do, then I'll do, let's see. All right, so let's see here. Oh, okay, if I don't want to hit that anymore, I can go. All right, what if we go EU? Or what if we just did? Oh, okay. Let's try that. All right. So I'm gonna. The screen is a dick. So I'm gonna tell that screen to eat dick. All right. All right. So my idea here is we'll go. 11. It's gonna be a. And then we'll go. Here. That sounds good, doesn't it? All right, so I'm just gonna accumulate these numbers here. Oops. So we're going to make this 4, 4, so we have room. I'm sorry, guys, we won't keep it 4, 4. I promise. I know how upsetting that can be for many of you. All right, there's that idea. And then, okay, so let's see if we went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 4, 8, 12, 13, 4. Okay, so this is 15 out of 6. This is 15 over 16 right here. And then let's see if we got another idea that could happen after that. Very similar. If we go, oops. And maybe we could do both of these. And then I go. It'd be fun to pick. And then we'll go, let's see here. Let's start to go up. All right, so let's go 12. And then we'll go Learning to Think by Chris. Again, I don't know why everything's at 6/8. Well, I do know why everything's at 6/8. I wish it wouldn't stay that way. All right, and then we got, let's see here, 1, 5. And then we'll go. How it's going? Hey, it's going. I'm feeling fair. How are you doing, Jeff Fake Wan? Or to be Hef Fake Wan? I don't know. All right, let's see here. 13. All right, I'm going to make this just longer, and I'll deal with the math later. I just want room. All right, 13. This should be interesting. 16. Potentially the best song ever. That's weird. No, it's just silly name. I see you also just have the riff idea and figure out the time signature after 9 out of 10 times. 9 out of 10 times too, because usually the pulses or like the accents are all goofy. Let's see here. All right, so I like this idea so far. I mean, that might be cool if we're just like, let's see here. All right, so is this the drums? All right, I gotta figure out what this measure is because otherwise I'm gonna freaking get pissed. All right, so there's 4/16. 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, no shit, that ended up being the right thing. Okay, so we're gonna fuck with some drums here. And it's always easy to do this right off the bat when you're coming from this frame of reference. Change the zeros to 1. No! You know how hard that will be. That's challenging. Who the fuck wants to do that? How about I change all the 1s to 2s? So we'll be doing like open to 21, open to 23. Oh. Okay. Alright, let's see here. Where aren't we? Okay. Like, I'm thinking I would probably rather... Here, I'm gonna try something else just for that. Insert a bar. Let's see here. Let's see if I'm going. All right, what would happen? I might have to. Whatever. Let's see here. I need to think. All right. Oh. Okay. Wow. Sorry, guys. I'm not thinking out loud. Do you want to watch me think quietly? Let's see here. 10. And then we got. Oh. I don't know what it'll sound like. We'll figure it out. All right. Let's see here. And then we'll go. What is that? 9. I have no idea what that's gonna sound like. All right. Let's find out. If anything, I think that needs to either go up another half step or drop. Let's see if that's what if we go? If I'm going down. Let's just see what happens if I keep going down that way. All right, so that was 11. Oops, or 1. Watch me think live in concert. Out of curiosity, how do you program the Stranglefuck demo drums? What I did was, not that I didn't use Guitar Pro, but I didn't do a Guitar Pro back then. I wrote more of the material like organically, like on the guitar, which actually I write most of my material organically, not on Guitar Pro. I try to actually stay away from composing too much on Guitar Pro. I usually I want to try something else here. Sorry guys. I would usually when I am composing, I like to use my guitar because when I'm using Guitar Pro, it becomes like super rigid and you miss out on so many capabilities of the visceral instrument. So when I do end up using Guitar Pro, usually towards the as the project is starting to finalize, in that I find it helpful sometimes to be able to stand back and look at everything kind of as in like a demoed fashion. That being said, when I did the Stranglefuck stuff, I would pull this out right here, this drum machine, this 660. I think my buddy had a 770 or it wasn't an 880. I used that quite a bit. The kick drum sounded better. It was newer, had more memory or shit like that. But I never got one. I got that and it seemed to work fine. So what I would do is I would just sit there and program the drums manually with my fingers hitting the little pads and everything. Uh, oh yeah, it's a total pain in the ass. And oddly enough, like you would have to, because it works in like kind of with like quarter notes, like the way it like organizes itself, that like I would often have to, like, if the tempo was 100 BPMs, I would have to program it as if it was like with 200 BPMs, because if I was trying to do like some stop on a dime like 16th note shit, I'd have to like accommodate. The worst was, there's a song on the second album called Happy Valentine's Day that is just a bumblefuck of like time signatures, like it just tons of 16th note bullshit everywhere, and I programmed the drums on one of those with it, like having to like manually type all these random hits. There's like almost zero repetition, and oh my god, I mean, I was actually proud of myself when I did it, that I actually went through and I fill up, like one drum pad, or like I don't know what you call it, like drum program, drum beat or whatever, can go up to like 32 beats, or 32 quarter notes in it, and then and I yeah, it was just a pain in the ass, man. But it sounded neat. So yeah, that's how I did the Stranglefuck demos. I would I'm on freaking dope. Oh, no, I'm not. All right. So yeah, that's how I would do that. All right, let's see here. We're going 10. And then, all right, so it looks like I could have added an, oh, all right. I'm going to see if I can simplify this here a little bit. So what I had going on right here was that this particular pattern ended up being in 15/16 to complete it. And then this one is ending on a 16th note too, which I would prefer to not have to write this in 16th beat, or if ultimately the song requires that a section is like in a measure of 15/16 and can't be like doubled in any way, shape, or form to turn the 16ths into eighths, then that's what the song asks for. But since the song isn't asking for that quite yet, I have no problem trying to organize it in such a way where I'm not having to deal with that. Let's see here. Because it's just really obnoxious to program. So I'm going to turn that into a 4/4. And then give it that open B string, kill that. And then, so what do we got? 1/4. So this is 3/4. So this ends up being in like 7/4, I guess you would say. I don't know. I don't know. All right. So what do we got going on here? All right. So what I did here is I added, like, you can see that there's this like juxtaposition between the low B string and what would that be, the D string. There's that wide interval, and that's just a tritone between that, like a compound tritone or whatever, which means it's it being a compound, meaning the interval is wider than an octave. And what I did, just to have fun in the element of mathy world, right? I have, let's see here, like I had 1 and 1, and then I had 2 and 2, 3, 3. All right, so there's your little abstract pattern, and I'm separating them with this open B string. And then afterwards, when I went up to 4, I actually then just went right to 3, went right to 2, went right to 1. I mean, it seems like it works. It gives it a little more of a human. I mean, I don't know if human is the best way to articulate it, but a little more of a human characteristic to it, that it's not so freaking rigid. Now, I wouldn't know what to do with that. Maybe like a swing feel. We could reggae beat. Maybe do some upbeats. What is reggae? Would that be the reggaeton? I don't want to figure out how to do that right now. All right, so let's figure out different ways we could play with that. So the first thing I'm going to do is I recognize that there is this open B string happening that is kind of making it's both transitory for the hand and each little like melodic component. It also could be considered like an accent. So I think we're gonna actually I know right now what I'm doing is I'm gonna put kick drums on those open strings to hopefully help designate their existence. So, oh, by the way, does the Guitar Pro sound loud enough for everybody? Okay. If not, let me know. All right. So I'm not sure what to do with that. Let's see here. All right, we will try a couple different things with it. All right, so I'm gonna open up a little more space for us here. Boom, boom, boom. And I will, let's see here. Come on, buddy. Any day. Slowing down. Should probably save that while I'm here. Okay. I'm gonna copy that. All right, so here's the initial one. What if we did just double bass on the low notes there completely? Pitch shifted double drop C sharp breakdown at bar 22. Yeah, that goes without saying. Duh. Okay. Let's see. Where is that freaking bell coming from? Screw you. Alright, okay. I'm trying to figure out how. Well, let's try some different approaches here. Let's see what some snare work would do with that. Alright, so I'm gonna do a stock kind of snare beat here. What are we doing here? And we'll just add another one there because it's gonna be. Let's see. Oops, that's not snare beat. That's weird. Let's add another. Okay. Oh, what if we did that? All right. Let's see what happens. All right. I'm gonna leave that there. I'm gonna leave that snare there, and we'll try another. All right. So that happened. Let's try a different idea for that. Let's see here. We could try putting the kick drum on the higher parts too. Let's see here. We could go. I'll leave it on the lower part, and I got some other idea for the. I think we should have the snare drum be try attacking the high ones. Alright, that's whatever. Okay, there's that idea. I'm just going to leave that there. Alright, so what if we... I'm going to take out the quarter note vibes that just give it a... I like that. Now, let's see here if we get us... Okay, I like your poetry writing. Just makes sense out of the abstract stuff in your autistic way. Really cool. I try to be as autistic as possible. Let's see here. Thank you, by the way. Let's see here. All right. So I could, what if we only did the first two with the kick drum. Oops, don't do that. Don't do that. Rest. Rest. I mean, again, that, like, the idea of working on the Guitar Pro as he was, as Jeff Fake One was hot mic. I don't know what that means. Hot mic. Ow! Like, I could understand, I know. Let's see here. The idea, okay, so with Mathcore, thinking in like the overly abstract way, generally can flourish for that particular genre. So writing in this particular way, it can be effective. No. So let's see here. But that's kind of why I'd like to not write on Guitar Pro, because then you really start thinking, you think a lot like this. I mean, I think it's great to be able to, in the end, I want to try to write as often as I can in different ways, because creativity, right? You're going to have more, you're going to come up with more things than if you were to only write in one way or the other. Now, let's see what happens if I just do like a quarter note crash on there. All right, we'll go. Oh, that almost sounded kind of cool. I got an idea. All right, let's go. All right, hold on. What if we repeat that twice, but on the second time around, when we repeat it, this last measure is in 4/4 still. So we got that like quarter note rest, which might sound neat. And if that works, that would be something that happened just by me making the mistake of not repeating that before. So it's why it's good to be paying attention, even when you're not paying attention to things you're supposed to be paying attention to, like how you operate the program Guitar Pro. All right, so let's see what this would sound like. It would sound better the other way around. Let's see here, like we'll go boom 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 boom. There has to be a click button for the 3/4, and then I just need to kill that rest. Do. All right. I've fallen out of love with that idea. Let's see here. Boom, boom. It was an interesting idea, and maybe it's cooler than I think it is, but I'm giving up on thinking that's cool. So I will, just for the sake of not completely forgetting the idea, because it doesn't hurt me to leave stupid ideas on this Guitar profile towards the end. If you haven't noticed, what I'll often do is, like, as I'm coming up with ideas and shit, if I come up with something, I'll often just throw it to the back. Like, there's like this like long stream of, here, let me show you. So let's do vertical. All right, so here's the Guitar profile as a whole, right? And you can see that I'm shrinking the fuck out of it. There's just tons of ideas right here, but usually at the beginning is where I have the ideas that I'm working with, and everything else here is just raw material, most of which will just fucking go the way of the dodo. Oh, here's something. I remember that from last week. Cool. We'll try that out. put that right here. It's funny, like you know, I don't know if you've ever like recorded. Watching sessions got me to try and write at least one simple loop on my Zoom GSX every day to keep the creative flowing. Thanks for the inspiration. I'm happy to be inspiring you. And yeah, dude, seriously, just being creative every day, just raw output, just keeps those muscles and you know the gears oiled in your head. And like ever for any of you guys who been probably if you even know this exists, you know I've been like posting incessant like riff videos. Like I'm trying to do a riff every day, and it's been going well for me. And one thing that it makes me sad about, I mean, I've been creative for like the last 10 years, like since, you know, the last Psyopus, whatever. I've been working on that album I just put out, or I haven't put out, that I just finished like the recording process with. But I've had moments like this in my, a number of times where it's just like I'll go for periods when I'm not writing anything, and then I'll sit down and I'll start writing on a consistent basis, and I'll like really appreciate the ideas I'm coming up with, and then I mourn the ideas I never came up with because I wasn't doing it on a consistent basis. You know, like there are like over the last 10 years there are plenty of days where I probably, if I had sat down and played the guitar, I would have came up with one of my best ideas, right? So if you know you got to go up to, you got to get up to the plate to swing, you know, to hit the ball or some metaphor like that. But anyways, all right. So okay, let's see. Maybe try snare hits following the high notes. I think that's what I did. But here, let's see if following the high notes. I have one hitting on the high notes. Let's see what you're talking about with that. Let me get more centered here. Ba-doop, boop, boop. Oh shit, that's too much. Multi-track, and I'm gonna go horizontal. And all right, so this is what Paul. This is what I have. I have you in my heart. Where the fuck is the thing is this working on here? All right, so I have the will to have it fucking zoom a little bit more. All right, so you can see there's the high note, and I have the snare right there. That's not the one I was working on. Where's the fucking one I was working on? Am I in the... Have I lost my fucking mind? Yes, I have. Oh, here it is. No, it isn't. What the fuck? It was... Learning to breathe. Oh, here it is, I think. Yeah, this is it. I think. What the fuck happened to it? Oh. Oh, I just didn't put one there. That's why. Okay. So, on the high... What I have is a high note for every... At the beginning of every high note. So... And then, but you're saying... Let me see if I understand you correctly. Let me make sure I'm just doing this right here. Come on, dude. For the sake of being 4. I got another idea. Hold on to that idea, Paul. What if we did like the traditional like 30-second on the hi-hat thing, but we open the hi-hat during the high notes, or even hit the snare. Here, give me a minute here. So I'm gonna flush that shit, and we're gonna go. I think 44 or 42 is the closed hi-hat. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to do that up here. What did I just do? Okay. Alright, and then let's just go ahead and put the kick in every quarter note just for whatever. Or there we'll just do it for every transition here. Why not? All right, so this so far. Obviously, you could build up from that. I don't know if 42 or let's see here. View drum hit. 44 is pedaled hi-hat hit. 42 hi-hat closed. All right, yeah, okay, I'm right. And then okay, each hit. What if all right, I'll just do open hi-hat for the first one. Let's do I'll just kill that for the sake. Alright, so what happened? And then let's see what happens if we add the snare in there. So if we go 1, 2, 3, 4 down, boom. One, 2, 3, 4, 1. Oh yeah, okay. So I have to kill that. Can you? I don't know. Find out. All right, so let's see here. Let me catch up here. Maybe try hitting snare hits following the high notes? Question mark. Watching these sessions, 176 bars of ideas of reference part 2. Right? Part never. All right. How long did it take you to make the bass of this song, or did you start from scratch last Monday? Last Monday, we just came up with those ideas. I put that riff. Remember, I put the that theme, and then I did like 30 interpretations of the theme, and then we came up with, I think, 5 ideas stuck. Snare on each high note, same pattern. Yeah, okay. I was thinking like a kind of like a traditional Dillinger-esque kind of thing. But yeah, let's hear it for sure. What about triples in the hi-hat? What about the triples on the hi-hat? That hi-hat thing reminds me to Ruins, the Japanese band. Cool. They must sound pretty cool. All right, so and then just for the sake of being gnarly, where the fuck is everything ever that's ever happened to anyone for any reason? All right, then I'm just gonna put this after. Wait, what are you doing? All right, and then I'll put the one slammier part of it after that, and then we'll go. Why? Oh, and then we'll try doing the snare hit thing. We'll keep the quarter note crash thing going before we get too Dillinger. All right, let's hear what this progression sounds like so far. I don't mind that when I want to play with the snare work on it though. And it happened. Not in love with that particular thing. That's cooler. What if, alright, I'm gonna kill this. I'm gonna copy that. I'm going to delete it, and then I'm going to throw it at the back. Oh yeah, like sometimes like if I've like looked over songs that I wrote, like say I don't know if anyone's ever like recorded an album, recorded songs, and then after the fact, like they had demos, and they forget about like different arrangements they had, or how they had different parts, or how things have been changed. And that's always kind of surreal, like visiting that shit. I find it's also, I thought it was interesting. Like I've gone through old Guitar Pro um, arrangements I had done for Siopa songs, and then going to the back where I put all like the fucking raw material that I don't need to throw away, but I'm not particularly using, or might be good, might not be good, who knows. And hearing or seeing old ideas that just went the way of the dodo, or got buried in time. So let's see here. All right, what if um, I'm gonna double the low notes with kick drums to hear how that sounds. Um, that could be brutal. All right, Paul, what do you think of that? Paul, I don't do anything until I get Paul's approval. So Paul, this is all right. So we did that. Let's see what happens if we fuck with different cymbal work for it. Um, Obviously, let's just hear if we double all the snares with the hi hat for the sake of doing things. Um, I don't know if you could. Let's see. I don't know how ergonomically possible that would be. So let's take that out. Um, I wonder if you did like let's just put for the sake of being funny, like every eighth note put a bell, unless you have to be responsible for that hi-hat thingy we're showing here. Nickelodeon. Okay, let's see here. I just want to put like hyper double bass underneath it. All right, yeah, let's see what happens when that. All right, so we'll go boom. Here, I'm gonna review that. Never heard back from Paul. Oh, I like the double bell. Cool. Is that what you were thinking about for the snare, Paul? All right, let's go here. All right, so we're starting from the. And I'm gonna. All right, so I don't mind. That's neat enough for a build up, and I haven't done really anything with like 30-second or probably. Let's see, like. All right, so. Let's see if we go. I'm hearing like. What if we add another snare there? No, that's stupid. Oops. I have no idea what just happened. Let's see. What if we do another snare there just for the fun of doing another snare? Oh, that's kind of cool. That's got a weird vibe to it. I'm going to leave that. 30-second note blast on the low notes and just bell on the high notes. All right, let's hear what that sounds like. Makes me think of that band. I think they're like a Swedish mathcore band that happened during like the early mid 20s when like we were coming out. Ion Dissonance, 12. What? I think their band's the band's name started with a C. wasn't Crowbar. It was Crowpath or something like that. They did a lot of bell shit. All right, let's see here. Insert a bar. I know how to go with this. Okay, let's see here. Okay, I already forgot what we're doing. Oh yeah. 30-second note blast beats on the low notes and just bells on the high notes. Okay, let's try that. Boom, 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 boom. I'm just gonna keep this easy here. All right, so we'll go. We'll go. God, Guitar Pro fucking snare is so hot. Wait, was I supposed to be doing the bell on the hi-hat? Oh yeah, okay. Gaza kind of did a lot of bell stuff on the first album. Cool. Crowpath, yes. They're good. So let's see here. Oops, am I doing that right? Let's see, for the sake of keeping it simple. All right. All right. Oh, I need to put that. If not the bell, I bet the just double bass over this would sound fucking sweet. Been really into double bass lately. It's my thing. It's what I'm into. Back off. 3/8, 3/8, 3/8, 3/8. Did I do something wrong? Nope. 3/8. Oops. I think that would be boom. Rest. And we're good. Alright, and then let's just for the sake of whatever with this on. Now obviously we're doing this like very mechanical, abstract, like unhuman version of composition. But once you get to a certain part, like, you know, as this song eventually will start to look like a song with their arrangements, repetitions, concepts, hopefully other ideas besides just riffs. You can, I mean, just like anything can be notated, you can spend your time putting human elements into like drum fills and stuff. I think I know actually on the second album, the song "Kill Us," there's like some tricky, fun jam, like slam kind of drum beats for the main verses, and I don't think. I'm not sure if John followed them exactly, but they were there to try to, like, you know, get the vibe, you know. And dude, John, man, he would go up to the rehearsal space for like 12 plus hours almost every day. He was good when like he auditioned for the band, but fuck, man, he got really fucking good. Oh wait, okay, so we're going to use hi-hats for the blast. And I'm just gonna, I just don't want to, but let's see. Yeah, fuck it. I'm just gonna do hi-hats over all the snares and 30-second hi-hats too. We can obviously fuck with that if you don't like it. What was Kill Us written in Guitar Pro? Kill Us was not written in Guitar Pro at all. The whole entire thing was, well, okay, not me. It was, I wrote it all in hand. I bet if I looked hard enough, I could probably find like the handwritten stuff. I remember, yeah, I did that all, with the instrument. But that being said, once it was written, I transcribed it onto Guitar Pro because it helps you kind of like conceptualize things without having to like pull out the drum machine and recording it like, on an 8-track, 4-track, or whatever. All right, so then we're going to put a bell for every high note. Are we only doing one bell? And just bell on the high notes? All right, yeah. Okay, we'll do it for each one. Pretty standard, but definitely worth exploring approach to something like this in this genre, but it will probably sound fucking cool, and that's why. Okay. Fuck yeah. I don't think that's a fucking blast beat. I think that's that's a fucking, I mean, that's like a fucking, alright, first off, I'm gonna kill some of those hi-hats. That's like a gravity blast. Not saying that people can't do it that quick, but I don't think that many people are gonna be doing that exactly that way. There are some fucking sickos out there, but, let me try to, it just sounds like a fucking snare roll. But you know what? Those fucking drummers, dude, are dumb. I remember it was the fucking best. We played some fucking show in, where was it? God knows. California. And there's this, one of the opening bands, their drummer sang, and he had he had a regular set, but he had both his kick and his snare triggered. And it was great. The great thing with like triggering your snare when you're playing live is that you can just embellish gravity blasts like on over the top, and it sounds great because if you're familiar with gravity blasts, they're quieter, just generally quieter because just the nature of it, you can't attack as hard. But if you put that trigger on the snare, then it doesn't matter how hard you hit it or not, it's just going to send out that signal. And oh my god, it sounded so fucking brutal, dude. But alright, let's hear what this sounds like. Alright, that's an idea. I'm not completely wanting on that, but I'm almost wondering if you did an inversion of that. All right, let's see what else is going on with everything. All right, so far we have repeat it 4 times. God forbid all right, I'm gonna just do all these because I don't feel like listening through all of them. All right, that happens. I'm not completely sold on it, but it might be cool for a dynamic thing. Alright, so here, I'm going to listen to it again because... the last one? It is. I wonder what I was going to do. I don't know. I wonder what it would... I love fucking double bass. I just want to put double bass over... Alright, let's... Alright, since I have this. And then we're going to stop fucking with this idea and try to work with another idea while I got you guys. What made you start posting stuff? Wait, okay. There's a Infinite Annihilator Cunt Crusher drum playthrough has some wicked fast snare. I love There's so many pros and cons to this genre of music. The cons that there's just too much elitism and people just feel so comfortable fucking openly giving you shit. But at the same time, the shit is so fucking brutally ridiculous. Lil Poly Mario Enjoyer. That's the name of a band and an album. So, have you ever listened to Bizarre by the Hirsch Effect? Gravity Blast during a jazz breakdown? So sick. I've definitely heard Gravity Blast used in different contexts. I can't speak to what you're talking about right there. I bet it sounds great. Good evening, Art. Hope the stream is going well. I just plugged a link to your stream on Facebook. Thank you, Hack Hunter. I appreciate it. I don't know. If anyone. Oh, yeah. Does anyone have any? If anyone has any ideas on facilitating streaming to multiple sources while I'm doing this, I looked up a couple things, and there's a number of different platforms, and I don't know if anyone has any experience one way or the other, knowing that one is better than the other, this way, that way, what have you. Realstream, yeah, that came up. I'm gonna write that down. Preferably free too. I saw there was like a OBS. Oh my God, I don't know, something. Sorry, not that. Not Realstream. All right. I know you can stream to Twitch and YouTube simultaneously and merge the chats, but I'm not sure. Right. Yeah, I think you have to get some form of app or like interface. I was just looking. I was going to fuck with it before today, but I started a little bit too late, and right before you're supposed to go on is like the worst time to do it. What was the name? Snoop Doggy Dogg, yo. I can't remember. It was like a three. There was one that started with, it was like open source something. There was, I don't know, I bookmarked them. I can find them later. But if anyone actually has any experience with it, I'm open to hear that, because I'd love to be able to stream to YouTube, stream to Facebook, and TikTok. Yeah. All right. So let's see here. I'm gonna do like the Metallica 1 version of this, where you just do double bass up until the high notes. All right. Let's see what happens here when I go. Oh wait, I can utilize that by going. Let's see here. Is that something like I can do OBS? Yeah. Paul, do you have any experience with that? And wait, if I was to go, couldn't I just go to my, all right, so Hack Hunter, hope the stream's going well, just plugged a link to the stream on Facebook. Restream, okay. Oh, and that, okay, I know, I see what we're doing. All right, okay, I got you. All right, so Restream and OBS, does anyone have any experience? Which is interesting, because Twitch TOS clearly says affiliate partners can't stream on both since they're competition. That's the page. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. The OBS was showing, like, they were showing, well, here's another thing. If, like, I know at some point if you get, there's certain milestones you get with the Twitch studios where you can start to make money off of the stream. And I'm not particularly looking to do that. I'm trying to use the stream as a way to just get out there as often as possible. And if any monetary support would hopefully go through Patreon. But I know that once you get to that level, I'm assuming you still have the option to whether you're going to do it or not. But if you get to that level where you start, getting, charging memberships or whatever for views with Twitch, you have to like wait 24 hours before you can like post the video. Like, you can't stream that, which sucks, because I mean, I don't mind if I wasn't, like, say I had to do that. Again, I don't want to do that. I want to keep the streams free. Like, I would prefer to do that, because I would rather, as much as it's nice to have monetary help with all to support me with the content, I feel like I'd just be closing off everyone if all of a sudden you had to, if I had to charge people to do to watch the stream. So I'd rather do it all free, and then again, whatever. So but they were saying something like I wouldn't be able to if I got into that format. Like, I'd have to show any footage I did on Twitter, on Twitch, I would have to then show like the next day, like I'd have to wait 24 hours before I could put it on YouTube or whatever, which whatever. I'd rather not worry about the monetizing in that particular format and just get the information out there. The more the merrier, right? I mean, I'm broke, so having having to like monetarily commit to things can be a struggle. So yeah, like I don't like the idea of having to charge people to be involved with this stuff, with this particular format. It's a bummer. Yeah. All right. So double bass, but I don't want the. I want to end it there. All right. Where are we? That's the page. You should also set up a donation link somewhere. Streamlabs OBS is pretty user friendly. Yeah, I had Streamlabs too. I downloaded it, but like I don't. There's so many different formats, and I just ended up having to go through Twitch. I don't know if I have to work with this Twitch Studio like interface to use the Streamlabs, or if I can just directly use Streamlabs. Again, this is like I wouldn't even be doing that. When I went to California, Ike, the cat I was staying with, who was engineering, producing the album, he's the one who talked me into doing all this stuff. So I'm like, this is so new to me. So I don't know what I need to do. The fact that I've gotten, like, what you're seeing right now is like the pinnacle of my abilities as far as this wonderful world of social media goes. But yeah, I don't know why they would have to give each other a hard time. Or the competition component. All right. She also said, do you set up a donation link on here? I don't know. I usually just try to offer Patreon. If you go to my Patreon, I'm trying to put up content up there. Like I'm putting out these videos, the transcription of of both PDF and Guitar Pro transcriptions of the riffs. I'm trying to put those up there. I've got both lick exercises. I'm going to start putting up there for different tiers, and I also have I'm doing private guitar, well, not private guitar lessons. The higher tier, I have video guitar lessons explaining exercises that I do, like when I'm sitting here playing guitar. Like I have guitar profiles I'll play through and stuff, and I have the guitar profiles I work with, and I have videos like trying to explain them. So I'm trying to bring attention to the Patreon, just because the more I get support there, the more I'll be able to continue doing this, because I fucking hate having bipolar and going to work. All right, let's see here. I prefer to write music all day long. I'm like totally the only one here. I thought I'm like to only write music all day long. Let's see here. That I need the snare there. Alright, Steam, okay, let's see here. Rest. Alright. Boom. I like to boom. Alright, so this is just a naked version of this. Nope, it's not right. I don't know if this is gonna win my fucking respect. I'm not one over on it so far right yet. The Dillinger thing would be to have crashes over those snares, obviously. Let's just give it something to fill it up. I wonder if I... boom. Boom. What the fuck did I just do? I don't know. Oh, okay, so we'll go boom. And then we'll go... We'll just do 8th note hi-hats. Oops. Alright, so this sounds like this. Might sound pretty... Could probably sound pretty sick with some drum fills with that too. Alright, alright, so I am going to... Don't need that. It's alright, so this is what we have. And I'm going to record. Boom, boom. Lead bar. It'd probably sound cooler with like the bass accenting that. You know what? I don't like that bell exactly like that, but I might like it more. Actually, what are we doing here? I'm wondering if we could do. We could probably do like a like 7 or like a group of 3 and 4. Like, okay, that wouldn't work right there. All right, for shits and giggles, let's see what would happen if we were to go. Learning to Think by Chris. Today's up. All right, so weird. Morse code blast beat, right? Don't just like blast beats with China accents on weird places, right? What if we go? I like that. Boom. Alright, and then I'm gonna try to pull the best ones and put up in the beginning. Alright, so there's that, and then this last one. That does not exist. Oh, that should be a 35, that's why. Okay. What if... Huh. Oh, dog. You know what you're talking about. dick. Alright, what's this sound like? No. Alright, so I'm gonna refrain from all that bullshit. I think that's right. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna listen to this one more time and pick only my favorite. I'm thinking I'm gonna put those together just to go one into the other. No, that's not what I wanted. Actually, I could do that. Let's hear what that sounds like. Fuck, I don't need to repeat those. Alright, so maybe we could just run from all these into one. Dick smoke, fuck. Okay. After that, I want to go. I just want it really fast fucking double bass. All I want right there. Dog, you don't even know what you're talking about. Alright, so we're gonna go. We're just gonna go hyper fucking double bass until the universe eat shit and die. Oops. Oh. Whatever, dog. Dojo's Morse code. Dog doesn't want double bass. Dog is frustrated that it might have to deal with double bass. So where's the snare before that? Just blast beat over that. Fuck yeah. Whatever. I think that's probably the only appropriate thing to do over that. And I'm just gonna do hi-hat because we'll do the because I just did hi-hat. Oops. All right, so it sounds like this. All right, I like that. All right, I'm gonna keep that at least. I'll go through the other ones and see what else is like the best things ever. But it just made me fucking laugh. All right, so oh yeah, we saw that idea. All right, insert. Come on. All right, and what else is there? Okay, come on, dick. All right, I do like that. so I'm going to go, I'm going to put those two together. All right, so I want, my dog sounds so happy. What's wrong, dog? Oops. Oh, you're so angry. I'd be pissed off too if I was you. Oh. That's overkill. I'll just leave that. Alright, so I'm gonna let the rest of those digest. I think there's potential and cool in them. You know, the shitty thing is, too, with this, like, Guitar Pro shit, is if, sometimes with any of this shit, like, something, might not sound that cool on here, but sounds great when you're playing it with real instruments. And the opposite is also the case too. Something might sound really fucking cool here and sounds like melted dildo when you're playing together with the band. The melody of the high notes is really cool. Has a non-resolutive quality that makes it awkward for sure. If what I said made sense, sure. All right, so I'm going to review what we have so far. We have this. Before I completely abandon this focus, I want to try. Curious what it would sound like without the lower part added. Maybe right before we go into that. Dog, you sound so happy. Insert a bar. What? Took out those, and then oh dog, you must fucking hate being alive right now. Alright, and then take that out. Alright, and then alright, what happens if you Alright, so I'll just leave that. Obviously, that could be developed far more than it is already. But I'm starting to get into creative meltdown mode right now. So I don't want to trust my opinions. That's fine. I wonder if... just because I fucking can't control myself. Let's see what happens if we're doing, like, bell work with that. Oops. right, and then we'll just do. You're grounded. All right. Dude. All right, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna go into a disco beat. That's what I want right now. That's what everyone fucking wants right now, whether they know it or not. All right. Okay, so I'm going to go just erase all that. Boom. No, dog, you're grounded. Is that too slow? Let's do 30-second, or whatever. I don't need to think. Boom. All right. This is the whole album right here. Oh. Is this how I would compose for Psyopus? This is one of many. I'm watching this. It's fun. Hey, Adam Frapoli would like to tell everyone hello. He's on here. He should enter the chat. Adam, tell everyone hello. If you can figure out how. But anyways, is this how you would compose? Wait, are you Schmitty? I wouldn't be surprised if Adam was Schmitty. This isn't how I would compose everything for Psyopus. It depends. You know, again, there's it depends. Certain times, sometimes I would purpose, like, again, I would try to write everything as much as I could organically and try to hold off Guitar Pro as much as possible. Oh, hi. You're not just a fan of Psyopus, you're a fucking fan of Psyopus. All right. Thank you for tuning in. What I would try to write as much of it organically, especially like some of the more unorthodox guitar tricks. You're not gonna write, you know, through Guitar Pro. But at the same time, you recognize, like, you know, you're gonna write, the material is gonna come out different if you compose by yourself. If you work on something over a month versus working over, like, writing a song that night by yourself, writing material with everyone in the band in the rehearsal space, writing stuff by yourself, half of it, then bringing it to the rehearsal space and seeing if you can finish it with the other guys, writing something on Guitar Pro and then learning it and then turning it into a more organic, you know, writing on Guitar Pro and then developing it organically, or the other way around, writing something organically and then developing it with Guitar Pro. All those different paradigms are going to lend themselves to certain tendencies, and that's good, you know. But I try to do Guitar Pro as far down the process as possible, because you can get really lazy, and you can, like, I mean, it's great. There's all these, like, you know, fun tools you can do, you know, like you can throw ideas around really quickly. It's like great for, like, you know, if you wanted to say you have riff A that you wrote, you're going to play 8 times, and then you go to riff B that you're going to play 8 times, and it just makes sense when you're just playing it with your, you know, with the band or whatever. But when you have it with the Guitar Pro, you don't have to, like, play it through every single time to fuck with different ideas. You can just, like, go, all right, I'm going to change this and do this and da 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 da, and then hit spacebar, play, and then it'll play back to you whatever, your idea was. Where if you're playing it with a band, it takes a little more coordination and a little more focus. But I will say that one detriment is that you stop playing it on the guitar. One of the great things about writing with your guitar is that you will be writing things that you can play, and like, just being a part of the compositional process. But there are times when you're writing on Guitar Pro, you'll start, you're not practicing playing the song anymore when you're writing, because you're doing it all in your head, and that can compromise your ability to play it well. Or sometimes you'll even, one tendency that happens is you'll be writing on Guitar Pro and say, like, if for some form of like, somewhere to calibrate, say the song, you're just going to tend to be able to play it at like 110 BPM. Like right here, it just happens to be 110 BPM, as that's what we're working with. But when you're writing it and you're not writing it with the guitar in your hand, like you might like say you write something, you write it all down like with 110 ppm, and then you start writing something that you think you can play on the guitar, and you hear it faster and it has a certain type of energy because you're hearing it with the Guitar Pro, but in the end it's like a real son of a bitch to fucking play in real life. But sometimes, so that can be a challenge, but sometimes also too, like, you could write something on Guitar Pro and then you end up saying like, I can't play this, or either A, you can't play it, or B, it's not worth the effort to put into being able to play certain sections because they're not really that important. Like the song Insects is just filled with tons of fast notes, and that makes sense because it's kind of like the theme of like Fight of the Bumblebee on acid. It's just like it's supposed to sound like that. But there's some riffs like no one really matter if like that one quarter note. That if you did like a 16 note subdivision versus a 30-second note subdivision for like the expand of one quarter note, some people wouldn't really give a fuck. It doesn't really like ruin the overall vibe of what you're trying to do. So my point being, it can be kind of cool because you'll write it in Guitar Pro and then say that would be it. But then when you realize that it just ergonomically isn't going to work for you, that develops into something else. So then you write a different kind of riff. And it's cool, like for me, and I find that like I often have to be conscious to like pull it back off the throttle a little bit. Like as we're going through all these, you'll see like the rhythm is just like static 16th notes here. I think that's very typical for like death metal. Like when we first hear there's static 16th notes. Here, not so much, but static 16th notes. Fortunately, there's not. But like even then today, what we did, all static 16th note rhythms. Like sometimes I just want to fill up everything, and I have to be conscious to try to step back and use rests a little bit more and try to kind of lay out that type of groove. I like the intensity of like, but whatever. So yeah. All right, let's see here. I think I was just working on something. I don't remember what it was. Was I working on? I'll throw this out here too. That riff's called Power Atom. I don't know what the fuck. Okay, that's not in. Okay, so it's 1, 2. That's supposed to be in 5, 4. No, that's 6, 4. You dick. Nope. You don't, Adam. You don't need Twitch to watch. You can just go to Twitch, and if you go to Adam, if you go to Twitch, Artman Dude 77, you should be able to. I mean, as far as I understand, you should be able to just log right. Oh, but you know what? I don't know if you need to be a member. Do you have to be a member of Twitch to participate with the chat? Does anyone know? See, that sounds kind of cheesy right there, but it sounds really cool with the guitar. All right, so we're going to be winding down pretty soon. It's a little too late for my brain to start a whole new concept, but I'm going to play this one more time just to revisit it. This is just an idea I came up with just before we started. Whether it happens or not, well, we'll find out. I mean, we could take out all the little, we could take out all the 16th note rests. We could fuck with different rest timings, like let's see here. We'll go like boom, then we'll go boom, and then let's see. We'll make that go that way. Boom. What the fuck? What am I doing wrong here? Everything. I'm doing everything wrong. Right, so I have... Oh, that should be right. And then I just want... We could do... Alright, so now I think that's... 1, 2... We'll make that a... Alright, so we got 3... Let's see here. 1/8, 2/8, 3/8, 4/8, 5/8. Okay. I mean, there's a million things we could fuck with, and it's not even necessarily the most important thing ever. Then I was thinking we could even, like, fuck with the order of these. Whatever, there's tons of shit to do if we choose to look at that next week. Well, wouldn't that be fucking... Or Thursday, wouldn't that be fucking something that we could potentially do? Alright, it is getting to that time. It's chat, you need an account. So, all right, everyone. Thank you very much for tuning in again. I hope you are getting something out of this. You know, I'm actually happy. I think some of, like, you know, there's like shitloads of raw material, but when we go through these first few measures of ideas, I think there's actually some good ideas. So that's rewarding. And if please, if you have the capability, please consider supporting the content I'm putting out. By you can go to patreon.com/artmandude. There's a bunch of different tiers. Even $1 a month really adds up to being very beneficial to me. And then otherwise, you know, if you guys got any questions or anything, bring them next time, and let you know. I'll try to engage with you guys however you think would be most beneficial for you. And otherwise, I'm going to pass out because it's been a long day. So you're very welcome, Paul. Paul is one of my very favorite patrons, or patrons or whatever. I appreciate you very much, Paul. But yeah. All right. Hey, wait, Paul. Do you know if Keith still has that Psyopus? He probably sold it or something. If Keith still has that Psyopus banner or whatever, if you're still here, Paul. And where is Keith? Why the fuck isn't Keith watching right now? Is he busy pimping? Keith should be wearing velvet suits with nice, sexy top hats and taking his cut from his women. You know, this. I think it's still around somewhere. I'd love to figure out whatever resources I might need, or he might like to get that back, because I definitely have places I would like to hang it up with other Psyopus memorabilia. So, yeah, if he ever has an opportunity to think about giving that up. If he doesn't want to give it up, I can appreciate that. But, yeah, so. All right. Well, everyone, thank you very much for tuning in, and I will be here next Thursday and all that fun jazz. So, till next time, he'll trade it for a new album. Yeah, well, you know, I need to. The more time I have to to write raw material, the more likely I'm gonna want to do something with all this raw material. So, we'll see what happens. I'm like, God damn it, I'll do anything for that fucking banner. But yeah. All right, guys. I will talk to y'all later. Have a wonderful everything, and I'll see you guys next Thursday. Adios.